Hey guys, what is going on? I have some really exciting news, especially if you're a big Lord of the Rings fan just like me. We got the big 500 direct-to-consumer set was revealed today, and it is going to be Rivendell. I know from the table it looks like I'm about to review a couple sets. That is not the case. I just felt like I needed something Lord of the Rings, and so this is what I did. But I digress. We're going to get into these amazing pictures, and man, I am so excited for these. LEGO did a really good thing by making the original Lord of the Rings and Hobbit around the time that the Hobbit films were coming out, almost 10 years ago at this point, around that 2013, 2012 timeframe year. And they made all these amazing sets, and Lord of the Rings is back. I think we can officially say Lord of the Rings is back. Earlier this year, they came out with the Brickheads. I have two of them right here, and I did a review of that as well. So make sure you check that out. But I'm super excited. There's 15 minifigures. Yes, the price tag is a hard thing to swallow, and I am feeling like I need to get this. I think if I'm going to get this, though, I think to make it worth my time, I'm going to need your help in subscribing, number one, and getting me up to a certain subscriber amount for me, and then I'm going to be live building it, of course. But I'm not in enough necessarily financial point to be able to go out and purchase this at this moment. Hopefully someday soon, though. That is a goal. But anyway, let's dive into these pictures. Like, just the artwork, like, they really captured, they did a really good job, the designers, of capturing the look of Rivendell, really that elven structure, making it feel like an elven city. Like, this is the last homely house. This is Rivendell, the last homely house on east of the sea or whatever. Imladris in the Elvish tongue. It's a great looking, but that first picture there, you got the minifigure scattered around there. You got the tower structure where Arwen and Aragorn have a conversation down by the bridge in the water. You got the Council of Elrond. You have Frodo's room and Elrond's study. Just all these different things. Like, this is a big, massive set. This is over 6,000 pieces. Like, this is bigger than the Hogwarts. And that box is it's part of the icons line as well as Lord of the Rings. So it has that 18 plus icons box art there. But it's a massive box. It's as big of a box as the Razor Crest, which released at least. I mean, maybe slightly smaller, but I'm pretty sure about that size. Like, this thing is going to be 30 inches wide. Long. Like, I'm going to need to find a big spot. Like, it's going to take up a good portion of this table. But it has the exposed back so that you can kind of play around and do different scenes and whatnot on the back there. And you can just stick that up against the wall. It's totally fine. You've got it comes with a lot of new molded element weapon pieces as well, which I'm really excited for those. Like, those are amazing. Like, you got the shards of Narsil. You've got Narsil reforged as Andoril that goes to the King of Gondor of Aragorn. You've got newly molded elven swords, which are much more accurate than these. And they redid the dwarven weapons. They've done a lot of things here. Like, I love the different techniques and designs and pieces that they're using here. They have some new plant pieces, which will be the first. So there's definitely some new elements, new techniques here. Definitely trying to use some snot methods, which stands for studs not on top of you. Aren't familiar with mock building. Like, this looks like someone's mock. Like, it is that good. Like, I'm super excited, and I wish it was available today and I had the money, because I would definitely be going out and getting this. Like, this has had me excited all day since it was announced this morning. We're just going to continue on here. Like, the tree work and like you got the gray and very dark greens, like just the color palette just definitely looks very much like Rivendell. That's the important thing with any structure like this. You gotta capture the look, and they knocked it out of the park. You got the bridge that goes over the water. See here, now we're into the minifigures here. This picture here is Boromir and Aragorn, and it's got the shards of Narsil. Like, just that new mold, just take a look at that. Like, that is just, zoom in, like, that looks very accurate. Everything about that looks really great. Next picture is the reforging of Narsil. Now I'm a little concerned that that full Anduril doesn't quite look, it's hard to tell on this picture, doesn't quite look correct and doesn't match the Narsil that they just redid. But still, it doesn't look like a bad sword. And then back there also, like, you got a bunch of brand new swords and axes. Continue on. It looks like the ring, the one ring here, might actually have some elven print, which would be the black speech of Ajnag. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bind them, and in the darkness find them. They also did some interesting, they added extra pieces so you can have your robed figures sit like Gandalf and Aragorn. Not Aragorn, Elrond. Gimli has a new hairpiece and helmet, and the elven hairpieces are dual molded as well. The chairs are really cool. They use popsicles and hot dogs to make the chairs, which are really cool. We have Frodo's room here in Elrond's study. They got just a sticker tile that has its mithril. And it looks like there's some brick-built legs so that the characters can sit. Now you have Bilbo. He's writing his book. This includes old Bilbo. I love the receding hairline, hairpiece there. He also has that second face of his ghostly look or his possessed by the ring kind of look. It really reminds me of that I think it was Hasbro that did that minifigure back in the day. And the back of the box just shows so many features, like how it can come apart and how big it is. It's like 20.5 inches long. Like, it's just a massive, massive set. We got a better look at the weapon room. It looks like it has a lot of like dwarven axes, some hammers, the swords, the Gondor sword, the elven sword, the bow. You just store all those weapons while they have their meeting with the Council of the Ring. One last. And there's lots of pictures depicting various events in Gondor's history, or in the history of Middle-earth, really. You got the frame picture with Gondor, built in Lego. You got a boat, it looks like, probably symbolizing where Gondor came from, being part of I can't think of it's the Five-Pointed Peninsula. If someone's a bigger Lord of the Rings fan and can help me remember, I totally forgot what that's supposed to be. And then we have the battle on Mount Doom versus Sauron with the shards of Narsil and the Elendil cutting off, not Elendil, Isildur picking up Elendil's sword, Narsil, and cutting off the one ring. Like there's just so many Easter eggs here, and there's how it looks on the table, on a table. That might be a smaller table, but it's a massive set. Now, a dresser, and we have, this is really what I'm excited for, is all these minifigs, 15 minifigures. Now, at first, Legolas was looking a little bit weird to me, but I realized that he's actually pretty accurate. It's just I'm so used to the old 2013 hairpiece that they used, but they made the elves to have that a little bit of a receding or farther start back to the hairline, which is very accurate to how the elves are depicted. And we have so many dual molded legs. The hobbits get short dual molded legs for the first time. We have Lembas in Lego form, between a plant piece and a tan piece. We have Boromir with his new Gondor sword. His shield is new, like a brand new torso prints. His face is better. He had a much more orange print, and they went a little more on the brown side. Aragorn and it looks, maybe his sword looks better. It's really hard to tell whether his sword is accurate, but he's got a sword there, and Arwen has the Book of History, and she's also got printed the Evenstar. Gimli has his axes and brand new printed helmet. It's not a new mold. I think they used the same mold. Maybe they redesigned it. His beard has much more detail. We have Gloin in his, and then they also use the mid legs for these dwarves, which makes them so they're a little bit taller than hobbits, but they're not as tall as people. So I think those legs were a very good choice, and I'm very excited about. And then we have two regular elves, and Gandalf has full on printing, and Elron full-on robe printing, Bilbo in a scary face. I'm very excited for those minifigures. But that is going to do it for today's video, and make sure to watch the next one right over here. If you subscribe if you haven't already, and smash that like button.